Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants. How are you? It is my hope that you're doing okay. Today being on Friday and being the last day of the week, I'm excited to be together with you to have us for this training today on how we can manage multiple outlets, manage our employees, manage salaries using our amazing platform, the Tcash Soko app. So, welcome to this session. It is my hope that you're going to enjoy. Again, it's my hope that you're going to learn, and it's my hope that we are going to cultivate the culture of using the app together and ensuring that we succeed. Because, as I always say, the future of our businesses is digital. Yani, digital biashara ni future ya biashara. And remember, one of the most important things is that this app is coming to help us do all the paperwork, simplify the work for us. And by the way, it is coming to help us expand our businesses beyond the scope which we have now. How does it do so? Because you can manage multiple outlets. What does this mean? To manage multiple outlets would mean that unaweza kuwa na shop moja ni ya manguo, but at the same time you have another different shop yenye ina offer certain other services. For example, unaweza kuwa na duka ya manguo, at the same time you are salonist, so you have a salon. On another end, unaweza kuwa you have a salon, but you have also a beauty shop where you're selling the beauty products. So yani hii app inakuja tu kujenga, kutusaidia sisi kuweza ku engage into the business world na njia mzuri sana. And this way we're going to make more profit, and of course we're going to become better and better and better in terms of our pockets, like money, what matters most. So to start with our session today, I want us to see how can I add an outlet. Yani naweza ongeza aje duka kwa platform, nitaongeza aje, and then once tumeongeza, we'll also learn how can I switch between them. Ndio sasa twende kwa watu umeajiri, can they access the platform using their phones na waweze kufanya biashara now on your behalf even when you're not there. In fact, those are the things that you're going to be looking at. And finally, can you pay them using the platform? We're going also to look at that. So to start with, how do I add an outlet? You have two ways of adding the outlet. You can add an outlet using your personal profile on the app, or rather the business section of the app. So ukiangalia what I'm sharing now, my screen, the icon at the top is of course my picture, and of course I have the option of personal and business. Naweza add business either nikiwa kwa personal side ama the business side. How do I do that? Nikiwa hapa kwa personal side, nitaguza hii picha yangu, the icon that has my picture. Once I tap on that icon, then of course this profile shows up, where I'm told that I can switch between business profiles. I'm also given a code there that is a personal unique code yenye ni kama bank account yangu ya Tcash, and then inanionyesha I've completed the KYC. There is the credit score there is the account information, there is the payment method, and there is the add a business. So of interest to us in this session is how to add a business. So nitakuja hapa chini kabisa, kuna hii ya add a business. Nikiiguza, then it takes me to this screen now that you're seeing now. Inaniambia add a business, how to create your business profile and start selling in minutes. So what does this mean? That it will not be a big hassle for you to start that business. Itakuwa an easy thing. In just a few minutes you have started it, and in just a few minutes you can start earning from that business. So how do I proceed from here? I have the option of skipping or adding, but because I am interested in adding, I'll press on add a business. So I need to have information of the type of a business that I want to start. For example, I can just come to the business info and I select the type of hustle that I have. So niki tap on select there, itanipeleka to the type of businesses. So these type of businesses zimetengenezwa na AI. So naweza kuwa you want to start a barber and salon, a border service, a bookshop, a butchery, a car wash service, a carpenter, a clothes shop, coffee, bakery, construction, mafundi, cosmetic. So unaamua. So tuseme, because I have a salon business, I want to start a cosmetic and beauty. So I will just select that cosmetic and beauty. Once I've selected that, I'll press on next. Nikienda next, then I have to know the business name. And because I want my businesses to kind of be related to each other, nitaita the Aura Beauty Shop. Aura Beauty Shop. So that is the name that nitaipea. Mbona naipea hivyo? Because I have the Aura Baba and Salon, then I want those names to be related. Ndio mtu akienda kwa ile shop ingine anaweza relate ajue kumbe tuko na shop ingine. So that is why I'm choosing that name. So choose jina. You must know the name of the business that you want to start. So of course it's Aura Beauty Shop. Then of course I'll come to another very important thing, the location. Your business iko na premises wapi? I'll say that this biashara has premises in Nairobi, Kenya. So of course, yes, Nairobi, Kenya. That is Nairobi. Once you type that, itakuletea jina Nairobi hapo with the map. So I'll just tap on that and then nanipeleka tu Nairobi. Ikinipeleka kwa hii map ya Nairobi, I have to ensure that hii kitu ya black inaenda penye biashara yangu iko. Tuseme hii biashara yangu iko tuseme Kenyatta Avenue, near Uhuru Park. So I'll just bring this pinpoint to Kenyatta Avenue near Uhuru Park around Valley Road. So that is where I want the business to be. So then I'll just press on next. So once I press on next, then you can see the next option now is now active. And this has picked the exact location of my business. So lazima uensure that ukienda hapo kwa map, una select the exact location. Because hii location litakuwa inatumika na mtu akioda vitu online, akitaka kuja kwa shop. So nikiweka the wrong thing hapa, inamaanisha customer ataweza kufika kwa shop yangu. So I must make sure that I'm very very keen nikiweka ni make sure nimepata mpaka penye nataka. So and then I'll press on next. So once I press on next, of course you can see the app is now setting up my shop. Remember, this platform is AI enabled, and that is a very important thing because AI is the future. Like the future, everything going forward is all about AI. It's helping you set up such a shop. So, and then this setup now is complete. So this means that I can just press on done, and you can see it takes me generally to the Aura Beauty Shop. So, and you can see this shop is verified already. Why? Because I have done my KYC. That means I've done my know your customer. So because I've done it, then my shop automatically becomes verified. And um, of course, that is how you can be able to add a business when you're on the personal side. I hope you have um, you have now understood how to do it. In case you still have a question on how you can go about it, feel free to chat me on the comment section. I'll be checking so that I'm able to respond to your questions on how to go about this. Finally, I just want us to go back and see now the kind of shop that was set up, to see the kind of products that are there. I will need to come down here where I have the home order, sell, wallet, and business. I'll tap on the business. Once I tap on business, because this is a beauty shop, it is not dealing with services, it is dealing with an inventory. So I'll tap on the inventory to see the kind of the inventory that the AI has generated for me. Of course, you can see that the AI has generated these items for me and has given them prices. We did another session on how to edit your shop, how to make sure that these items that are here are actually the real items that you're selling. You need to do that. When you open another shop, you need to come back and edit your shop. And of course, in case you have forgotten or in case you didn't see that one, the video is still available on YouTube, and you can just go there and watch and get to know how you can be able to edit this section. And you can see the inventory is already there, set up by the AI. It has the beauty products, and of course I have the option of adding more or removing what I don't have, and of course changing the pictures where necessary and changing the prices where necessary. So that shop is now already set and ready to sell. When I'm on this business section, for example, remember we started with adding a business when you're on your personal profile. Can I add a business when I'm on my other side of the business? Of course, the answer is very it's actually possible. It's very possible. So how do you go about it? Utaguza hii icon ya hapa juu yenye iko na the business logo. Remember, this business of ours is very new, actually barely a minute, and already it has a business logo. That is what AI is doing for us. Kitambo used to pay to get a business logo. Now you don't have to pay. The AI is doing it for us at a very quick speed in a very efficient way using the Tikashoko platform. So once I tap on that icon that has the business logo, again, it brings me to this Aura Beauty Shop. Hapa chini kabisa, I have the option of logout, but above the logout, I have the option of adding a business. So this means that I can also add a business from this end too. So unaweza add biashara using the personal end or the business end. At both, you have to tap the icon at the top left. Once you tap on that icon, it brings you to such a space, and then in this space unaangalia hapo chini utaona option ya add a business, and you just follow the steps that we just followed hapo, and then you're able to create a shop. So once I've created these multiple shops, can I be able to switch between them from one shop to another? Yes, I can. How do I do that? For example, already the platform has taken us to the Aura Beauty Shop. When I want to switch, nitaguza hizo two arrows zenye ziko hapo after the Aura Beauty Shop. Ukiangalia hapo juu, Hello Amos, Ona Aura Beauty Shop. Hapo Aura Beauty Shop, there are two arrows there. They are showing me that I own more than one shop. So when I want to move to the next shop, I'll just tap on that. If I tap on that, you can see how many shops I own. I have Aura Baby, I have Aura Baba and Salon, I have Aura Beauty Shop, Aura Book, and the Remo Hub Academy. So I can just choose whichever shop I want to go to. For example, say I want to go to the Aura Baba and Salon. So I'll just tap on that and then switch. Press on switch. So it takes just a split of a second. I'm on my next shop and I can be able to access all the information now about this other shop, that is the Aura Baba and Salon. If you want to switch using another site, then you can also tap the icon at the top that has the business logo. When I tap on that icon that has the business logo, immediately after the logo, there is the name of the business that I'm on. And of course, there is the option that is coming there of switching to personal profile. That is not what I want to do, but I want to come to the one that is down there of switching business profiles. So if I tap on that, then of course the business I own again appear here. I can be able to choose whichever business I want to switch to. For example, I can decide to switch to the Aura book and I'll just tap on it. Once I tap on it, then I'm able to switch. Naweza kuswitch in a split of a second. And that is how you can be able to, of course, switch from one biashara to another biashara. This is an amazing platform. Like you can just manage your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shops from one platform using your phone, because you can be able to switch. Once I switch to this business, I can be able to see the performance of example. Kama nimeemployiwa say kwa hii duka, I can say they have not sold anything today because the performance today has sales which are zero. The transactions are zero. and the orders are zero. There is no customer who has been served. So I can be able to call these people and ask them, hey, people, what are you doing? Because I can't see any activity from your end. So that is the beauty of this platform, because now you can be able to manage your multiple outlets all from one platform. Again, yes, we are talking about opening many outlets, having multiple outlets on the same platform, and we are saying that this is a good thing. But now, a question that is coming to my mind is, if I have multiple outlets, that would mean I would need to have employees. I would need people. Can they sell using their phone for my shop? Then, of course, the answer is yes, they can. But you have to allow them to sell. How do you allow them to sell? You have to add them as employees in the business. Lazima muongeze huyo mtu kama mfanyakazi kwa biashara yako. Utafanya hivyo aje? Of course you have to be on the business side, sababu hapo ndio unamuongeza. So once you're on the business side, then the next thing I have to do is to tap on the icon that has the logo. Hii icon yenye iko hapo juu kabisa on my top left hand side. Top left, you tap on that icon. I'm tapping on it. So yes, then of course this information about the business now shows up. Once this information has shown up, then your work will be to ensure that now you add this employee. Kumu-add, utaangalia usome hapo, utaona the first thing inakuja ni switch to personal profile, switch to business profile, business info, but sasa nataka employees because nataka kuongeza mtu kama mtu wa kufanya kazi kwa shop yangu. So I'll just tap on employees, then I have the option of add an employee. So once I have this option of add an employee, I'll press on next. Once I press on next, lazima nijue namba yenye huyu employee ameregister nayo Tcash platform yake. Like in short, lazima huyu employee akuwe na Tcash soko app kwa gadget yake, kwa simu yake. Akikuwa nayo na nikuwe na namba yenye ameregister nayo. So once I have that, then what I need to do is to add that phone number. For example, I'll just add one for an employee who I'm thinking about. This is the person I'm thinking about. And of course, you can see that Diana now appears. Once I add that phone number, because she has registered for the app. Now, her name now appears. Once this name appears, I just need to confirm. Once I confirm, then I have to select the access level. Nataka kumpea access kiasi gani? So, lazima uelewe kuna a number of levels, and these levels are 3. Kuna level ya manager. Manager ni mtu mwenye umetrust, so anaweza enda na aone wallet information, ajue uko na pesa ngapi, biashara iko na pesa ngapi, amanage salaries, anaweza pardon me. Manager ni mtu anaweza access all the other things in the app apart from salaries, hawezi jilipa na hawezi manage employees wenzake, na pia hawezi ona wallet yako iko na pesa ngapi. So those are the only things hawezi fanya, but anaweza enda kwa inventory, add items, remove items, anaweza edit your inventory. So those are some of the things a manager can do. Then there is a person we refer to as a trusted assistant. A trusted assistant akona na some restrictions, hawezi ona employees, hawezi ona salaries, hawezi ona wallet information yako, but again anaweza manage information na view venye sales inaendelea on a certain day. Then we have the least level, which is the assistant. Assistant ni mtu mwenye hawezi control anything kwa inventory, kwa services, hawezi ona customers, but anaweza uza. So maybe I want to add her as a manager, and then what I need to do now is to save. When I press on save, an OTP will be sent to her phone that somebody is trying to add her as an employee in the shop named the Aura Book. So akikubali, na mimi pia nitatumiwa OTP so that I also confirm an OTP and a notification. Ndio ni confirm kwamba I've accepted her to be my employee in my shop as a manager. That is how you can be able to add an employee to your business. So it is that easy. You just need to be on the correct business. That is the first thing you need to do. Remember now, we have already said that you can have more than one outlet. So if I want to add an employee for the Aura Book, I'll just tap on that. Then I'll just ensure that I'm on that shop. But let me show you how it looks like when you have an employee already. So I'll just tap on a certain business where I've added Diana as my business manager. This is the Aura Barber and Salon. I'll just switch to it. I need you to see how this works out. If I come back to the business logo icon, something interesting has happened. In fact, she has accepted your invite to, she has accepted my invitation to work. So I'll just tap on this OTP. And of course, it means that OTP was sent to me. So I need to come to my messages. Yes, of course, the OTP is here. The OTP is 4440. So I'll just write it here, 4440, 4440, and verify. And this employee has been added. So of course, this has happened. I didn't even know she was online. So, but it has happened. We have now added her as an employee in the shop. So this has happened. We have her as an employee in the shop. So the shop that we were in is the Aura Book. So let me go back to the Aura Book. Okay, let me switch to it. And because now I'm on this shop, I'll come and tap on the icon that has the business logo at the top. Nikiiguza, nikuje hapa nione switching. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the business info, but I want to see employees. Nataka nione employees. So nikiguza employees, unamuona. So I can see that Diana now is an employee in my shop. So nikitap on this icon, it shows me role yenye nimempea. Of course, this role is something that I can change. Nikitaka kuchange, I'll just tap on that icon that is there. Ni role yenye unaweza mchange, na ukitaka kumchange, you will have to, of course, remove her from the system and then add her to the system, not as a manager, but as a different person altogether. Okay, now once you have added your employees, then the next question now comes into, can you be able to pay salaries now using the platform? Of course, it is very true. You can be able to pay salaries using the platform. Again, remember, most of the times you'll be on this screen where now you're having your business information showing as follows, where you have the T-cash balance, the tickets, and the performances showing. For you to pay a salary, you need to come to the icon that has the business logo again. So once I come to the icon that has the business logo and tap on it, inanileta kwa hiyo profile. Ikinileta kwa hii profile that you have visited a number of times today, then of course I can see business info, employees. Below employees kuna salaries. So nikiguza salaries, of course, the shop manager now appears here. Na hapa ndio naweza mlipia. So for me to pay, I'll just tap on pay. Nikiguza pay, then I need to set the amount yenye nataka kumlipa. Tuseme, because my balance is not huge, I just want to pay her 10 shillings. And then I'll press on next. And then, are you sure you want to pay? It is asking me whether I'm sure I want to pay, and then I'll pay. So, and of course, I'll have to enter my PIN code. and of course verify. Oh, I entered incorrect pin. Have I forgotten my pin? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, good. Is that one working? Yes, that one worked. So salary has been paid today at 6:36 p.m. and this payout is complete and I can view it anytime in my transaction list and this is now done. So nikimlipa yeye, pesa kwa Tcash yake itaongezeka. If I come back to home, utaona my Tcash balance which was 136 has reduced to 126. Why? Because I've already paid 10 shillings to her for being an employee in my shop. This appears on my transactions. So if I tap on transactions, you can see I have one transaction, and this transaction can be seen. Naweza iangalia na nione made I've made a transaction. I want to see where I can see that transaction. Let me come back to wallets. Yes, of course. Yes. I'm seeing it on the wallet. So nikikuja hapa chini, there is the home order sell wallet. Nikikuja kwa wallet, then you can see already this transaction that I've paid 10 shillings today, and the payment method was the Tcash Soko. So that is how you can be able to pay a salary. So what has been the session about today? The session today was on how we can be able to, one, add a new outlet. That means own more than one shop on the Tcash Soko platform. Two, switch between these shops, be able to move from one shop to another using my phone. Then three, how I can be able to, of course, add employees and how I can be able to give them roles. Remember, roles ni tatu. There is the manager, there is the trusted assistant, and there is the assistant. Manager akona access to vitu mingi apart from hawezi access Gcash balance yako, hawezi access other employees information na hawezi jilipa mshahara. But anaweza uza on your behalf, anaweza edit inventory. A trusted assistant hawezi edit inventory, hawezi access Gcash balance yako, hawezi again access employees na hawezi jilipa at the same time, but anaweza uza na anaweza ona orders zenye ziko. Then we have another person who is called an assistant. An assistant can only sell and view orders and cannot do any other thing on your shop profile. So that is how you can be able to assign those roles. So lazima ujue huyu mtu nimeemploy, tumefanya kazi na yeye, amegain trust yangu, naweza mwachia shop, naweza mwachia management ya shop, because the moment you have left a person as a manager of the shop, it means you're trusting them so much. So lazima ujue unamuadd kwa role gani. And again, once you have added your employees onto the system, because they have Tcash wallets, you don't have to pay them on cash basis. Neither do you have to go to the bank to deposit their money. You can pay them from the comfort of your phone using the option of salaries. And all these are accessible from the business logo icon. So once you tap on that business logo icon, then of course, this information shows up. The business info, the employees, the salaries, and the other business. And now we know how to add employees, how to pay them salaries, and how to add a new business on our platform. So thank you very much for your attention this evening. Thank you for, of course, learning how to add a business on the Tika Soko platform. So now, my assignment to all of us, let us ensure that we create as many outlets as possible and we also market them. Why? Because once we market them, it means we get more customers. When we get more customers, we get more money coming. And that is the digital biashara that we always say is the future of biashara. See you in the next one. Thank you.